Greetings, September 3rd, 2016. I'm just going to add a prefix to the short video footage I took of the completed Sandro Delmastro mosaic drawing combo that I posted or did on August 27th. I had a couple of visitors the other day and they couldn't figure out what was going on contextually in the drawing imagery until well, they had like a sudden total realization when I showed them the photograph of Sandro Delmastro and pointed out the rock precipice he was seated on, his backpack on the right, his hands, the feet, and so on. Here's the photocopy enlarged mint I had done from that photo, where if I had printed from an internet photo. This is the one I used for the drawing itself. So the backpack area would be here. There's that strap that we see there. Just going to show a couple other things and read a quick, short couple of sentences excerpt from the chapter Iron in the periodic table, which is about Primo Levi's friendship with Delmastro. He was born in Serra di Rea, which is in Piedmont in northwest Italy. He was the son of a mason and spent his summers working as a shepherd, not a shepherd of souls, a shepherd of sheep, and not because of Arcadian rhetoric or eccentricity, but happily out of love for the earth and grass and abundance of heart. He had a curious mimetic talent. And when he talked about cows, chickens, sheep, and dogs, he was transformed, imitating their way of looking, their movements and voices, becoming very gay, seeming to turn into an animal himself like a shaman. And I have to interject here because the use of the word gay has changed over the years, at least the last 30-odd years or so. And the context that Primo Levi would have written has nothing to do with the contemporary usage of referring to homosexuality. He taught me about plants and animals. He had traveled the long route of high school, Liceo, aiming at the highest marks with the least effort. He was not interested in Catullus and Descartes. He was interested in being promoted and spending Sunday on his skis and climbing the rocks. He had chosen chemistry because he had thought it better than other studies. It was a trade that dealt with things one can see and touch, a way to earn one's bread less tiring than working as a carpenter or a peasant. So the chapter continues more about their friendship, and one main focus of the chapter is this incredible hike they did over snow and ice, like with backpacks and boots. And so what I did in my drawing is I included or added drawings from different sketchbooks pertaining to the outdoors hikes I've taken in the Cascade Mountains east of Seattle, on a hike along the northeast coast of Scotland, north of Newborough, which is a half-hour north of Aberdeen, and so on, including sheep and seagulls, and I drew a chicken here from a chicken drawing I had done some years ago. The cow, I'll point out, was inspired by this old, I'm absolutely certain this is a pre-World War II published postcard from Britain of my guess is this is probably from the teens or 1920s at the latest. So I didn't draw the farmer in there, but we have the cow. And just going to point out, in lieu of Delmastro's hands, we see here, I decided to go for a little bit of like South American style literary magic realism in art. And I found this terrific book on horses that Goodwill, which is near where I live, Encyclopedia of Horses and Ponies by Tamsin Pickerel. A wonderful book. I learned just perusing different pages and going through all the, finding all the horses pertaining to their origins in Italy. Well, it's just a fabulous educational book here. So the, if I'm pronouncing this correctly, the Avellinici is what I, there's the photo in the book, and which is what I drew in colored pencil and ink over there in lieu of Delmastro's hands, giving a symbolic love, his love of animals, including horses, into my portrayal of him, which, by the way, I'll mention, this is the only drawing of the 8 completed mosaic drawing combos done so far. 2 more are planned for the Under the Wing series, where I've drawn a wing, giving him metaphoric and symbolic flight denied in real life. And he was shot to death by a 15-year-old with a Tommy gun in 1944 as he tried to escape from detention from a fascist, from captivity by the fascist government, and that was set up by the, after the Nazi occupation of kind of central and northern Italy, which reinstated Mussolini into power, at least in a circumscribed, smaller region than when he had been dictator of the entire country. Anyway, there you have it.